Best fighter for Terence Crawford out there. He's the biggest fight for Terence Crawford out there, so that's why Terence Crawford want to take the opportunity.
Terence Crawford refuses to let his legacy slow down for even a moment, and he has now announced a March showdown with Janikbek Alimkhanuly. Having resolved his recent doping case situation, Janibek is officially cleared to face Crawford next. On Instagram, he released a video carrying a cold and direct warning. "I've got my eyes on him. We're running it in March." A calculated message from a fighter who now speaks from the absolute peak of the boxing world.
Danny, we're here next. Looking for you. Looking for December 6th, how you're gonna do it.
I got my eyes on you, Janibek. Good luck.
Janibek would be Crawford's toughest fight. Like tougher than Canelo, tougher than a few of the other guys.
I believe he honestly could be, and I think that he is big, strong.
Janibek, the unified WBO and IBF middleweight champion with a spotless 17-0 record and 12 knockouts, responded immediately, calling the potential matchup exactly what the fans want. Crawford fired back with a subtle grin. "Good luck, Janibek." His tone made it clear the Omaha superstar is watching every move. The Kazakh champion answered with confidence. The best must face the best. If the verbal heat is already rising this quickly, imagine the eruption when both step into the ring.
So, do you call you think it's overrated?
Who? Janibek. It depends, I guess. I really wouldn't say Janibek is unproven, but he really hasn't fought elite.
Is he?
After shocking the world by dethroning Saul Canelo Alvarez and becoming the undisputed champion at 168 pounds, Crawford has already locked onto his next mission, conquering the 160 pounds middleweight division. As the only man to unify 3 divisions in the four-belt era, he now aims for something even greater: 6 world titles across 6 weight classes. Should Crawford successfully drop to 160 and win, he would enter near-mythical territory in sports history. His path is clear: rule at super middleweight, take over middleweight, and continue writing one of the greatest legacies ever seen. When the king speaks, the sport listens.
Poised, and that's going to be a problem.
Last question. If Crawford was to go down there, beat Janibek, beat Carlos Adames, become an unprecedented 4-division undisputed champion, where exactly would that put him in history?
Right up there with the very best. Honestly, right up there with the very best.
He's at the same boat as Boots right now.
No.
Okay.
I don't think. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Boots is not overrated. Boots is just not in a position to get a championship title,
Yeah.
or an opportunity yet.
Okay.
Janibek, I don't know what the belts are like on his.
According to reporter Chris Mannix, Crawford is targeting a March return, a date that likely eliminates any immediate Canelo rematch. Terence Crawford is now aiming for his own event early next year, Mannix posted on X, noting the plans forming around his historic 4th undisputed title chase. Crawford appears to be closing in on a clash with another reigning world champion. Keeping an eye on next month's card, he has openly expressed interest in facing the undefeated Janikbek Alimkhanuly, who sits at 17-0.
Okay, so now this is just getting straight out ridiculous. Okay, now they're saying they want Crawford versus Janibek now, okay? And they was like, well, yeah, why not? You know, because he was going to move up and take on Canelo at 168. He was talking
battle but won the war. Okay.
You know what I mean? But Terence right now, but as far as Terence, ain't nobody gonna beat him right now, man. Nah.
Nobody, huh?
No, ain't nobody beating him, man. I mean,
even your former student Janibek?
No, not right now, no.
Alimkhanuly, the WBO and IBF middleweight title holder, had been preparing to face Arislandi Lara this December in a unification bout that could have added the WBA belt to his collection. Crawford made it clear he's ready for the Kazakh champion, sending a firm message: "Keep running through them. We'll meet soon, I promise you." he said in response to a DAZN boxing post about Alimkhanuly.
My thing is that it's the fights are definitely in a different caliber. My favorite all-time fighter will be and shall always be Sugar Ray Robinson. And he was just an amazing fighter. I don't think that there'll ever be anybody that eclipse what he did.
Janibek's manager, Aegis Klimas, met with Crawford this week at the WBO convention in Bogota, Colombia, and shared a video of the pound-for-pound star issuing a blunt message to the entire middleweight division. "I got my eyes on you, Janibek. Good luck," Crawford said, pointing to his eyes before raising a fist. Janibek responded on social media with appreciation. "Thank you, bro."
Why not go up to 160 and fight Janibek? Yeah, forget about the, the Spence rematch. Go ahead and take on Janibek, okay? Now, I was talking with someone last night, we was watching the fights, and, he's a big Earl Spence fan and everything. So, look, this is not real hate on Earl, like on
Alimkhanuly is widely expected to beat Lara. Oddsmakers list the Kazakh champion as a strong -480 favorite, while the 42-year-old Cuban southpaw sits at +330 via FanDuel. Janibek has scored 4 straight stoppage wins, though against limited opposition, and is ranked number 1 at 160 pounds. The only other champion in the division is WBC titleholder Carlos Adams, who is 24-1 with 18 knockouts.
But I know that there's some guys that he can get in the ring with that are elite, and he hasn't gotten in the ring with them. Once upon a time, there was the talks of Boo Boo Andre and Janibek fight. That never happened, and a couple other fights. I mean, I guess overall, I would say, yeah, he's a little overrated.
Bingo, we got one.
I've seen some good boxing from him, and then I've seen, not really struggles, but I've seen a lack of consistency too. So
he doesn't need to fight Adams, Janibek insisted. "I'll beat both, take all 4 belts, and then Crawford can take his time and get ready to face me on December 6th. He added, "Put on your sunglasses because I'll be shining in the ring." Since defeating Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford has become the dream matchup for nearly every top boxer. His unanimous decision win in September made him the first male fighter to become undisputed in 3 different weight classes, raising his star power to new heights. Since then, every major champion has tried to get his attention.
The thing is, these guys want Crawford to lose just to shut up the Crawford fans, because the Crawford fans knew what they were talking about. They knew that he was going to beat Spence. And, I guess the Spence fans, they're very butthurt about it. So, yeah, they want Crawford versus Janibek next. Fun.
Turkey Alashik hinted that he wants a David Benavidez versus Crawford showdown. Benavidez, however, rejected the idea of cutting down from 175 pounds to super middleweight. Meanwhile, Canelo is preparing for elbow surgery, making any immediate rematch unlikely unless Crawford chooses to wait. Another undefeated champion has now stepped forward, calling for a 2026 showdown for the undisputed super middleweight crown.
Bomac, you've been training Crawford for years. Is he retired or is he going to keep fighting?
He just got to take a break.
Is Terence Crawford retired or is he going to keep fighting?
Oh, he's going to keep fighting.
He's going to keep fighting?
Yeah.
You're the man. Be man. Hey, congratulations. Enjoy the win.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The WBC middleweight title is currently held by Carlos Adams, but Janibek believes he will unify all 4 belts by next year and then move up to challenge Crawford for the undisputed throne at 168. "By next May I'll have all 4 belts. And if Crawford still has his 4, we'll have 2 undisputed champions clashing in fall 2026. The 32-year-old Janibek, 17-0 with 12 knockouts, has destructive power and a 4-fight stoppage streak. A Crawford matchup would be compelling, but Crawford has repeatedly proven he can solve every style placed in front of him.
I love me some Crawford, man. Y'all already know what time it is. But hey, I gotta call a spade a damn spade. Janibek ain't nothing to mess with. He cold. Yeah, southpaw, you don't know much about him. That's fine. You ain't gotta know much about him. But I'm here to tell you. Speed, power.
No one has ever beaten Crawford. Yet Hall of Famer Tim Bradley believes Janibek might be the one opponent Crawford should think twice about if he wants to retire undefeated. "Dude is cold," Bradley said. "He's a killer. If Crawford goes down and faces that dude, it might not be the marquee name, but everyone will tune in to see Crawford's greatness tested. And I'm telling you, Janibek is not someone to play with." Bradley added that Alimkhanuly could give Crawford serious problems and that Bud might actually want to avoid him.
Janibek overrated?
Ooh.
Thanks for the question, Prince.
I don't wild out like I used to ever since the Terence Crawford fight put me in check.
In check for what?
Oh, about wilding out on fighters. You couldn't tell me. You couldn't tell me Earl Smith was gonna lose that fight that way.
Yeah.
You could not tell me.
IQ, defense, offense. Dude is cold, man. Footwork, angles, shoot, power in both hands. He a killer. That's what he is. He a damn killer, man, you know? So, I mean, look, if Crawford can go down and face that dude, bro.
Fortunately for Crawford, that matchup may be off the table for now. Mike Coppinger of Ring Magazine reported that Janibek failed a PED test. The fighter claims his first sample was clean but said he doesn't know what happened with the second and has requested a retest. He was scheduled to unify with Arislandi Lara this coming weekend. With both unable to move forward, the unification, and any immediate Crawford move to 160, appears unlikely. For now, both Crawford's future and Janibek's status remain uncertain.
No.
If
not
right
now, when?
Well, for Janibek and Crawford?
Yeah.
I don't think...
Go ahead.
Crawford right now is at the top of his game. And he'll know. He'll know when it's time to quit. He'll know. You know what I mean? A lot of people say, should he go out on top right now?
With the Canelo rematch unclear, Crawford has been linked to a long list of big names eager for their chance. Following the latest call-out to land on Bud's doorstep, the Omaha megastar has been warned about a dangerous fighter whose skill set resembles that of Oleksandr Usyk. Now calling for a showdown with Crawford, the undefeated Kazakh puncher Janikbek Alimkhanuly is offering Crawford a chance at history.
When you're so great and you're so much ahead of your competition, you know, they look at the fighters that you fight and say they nobodies because how much you beat them by or the level of skills that you oppose against them. So when I fight this guy, it's all he was a nobody. When I fight this guy, all he was one.
After capturing the undisputed super middleweight crown last month, Crawford added to his legacy, having previously held undisputed status at welterweight and light welterweight. Looking toward a possible undisputed middleweight clash next year, Janibek has been described as a hungry challenger capable of testing Crawford's perfect 42-0 record. Janibek is big, he's hungry, he can punch, Max Kellerman said on Inside the Ring. He's got wrinkles in his game. While many fighters are chasing Crawford, the champion has not yet finalized his next move.
Ooh, Crawford's legacy. Now, it might not be no marquee name and a name that the whole world will know, but everybody will be tuning in just to see Terence Crawford's greatness because he's a mega star now. He's the star now.
Fresh off celebrating his 38th birthday, Crawford is considering multiple paths, including a move to light heavyweight to chase another belt, this one held by a man who also defeated Canelo. Meanwhile, Arislandi Lara continues his run as the oldest active champion in boxing. His recent win over Gonzalez sparked new discussions about his future. With Janibek's situation uncertain and Lara reportedly unwilling to face fellow stablemate Carlos Adams, fans now see a Crawford-Lara fight as a realistic option.
There's a potential big fight that could be made of the winner of this, and Terence Crawford could be looking at it. Just wanted to get each champion's thoughts on the potential of a mega fight if this can get acquired.
So are you asking me a question?
Oh, both. I guess one each. It's just everyone's saying that.
Lara's victory helped quiet concerns stemming from his 14-month layoff following his 9th-round stoppage over Danny Garcia. He dropped Gonzalez twice before cruising to a comfortable defense. Though long considered less exciting than Janibek, his stock rose sharply with this performance. Still, many fans weren't impressed with the entertainment value. Some argued it's time for Crawford to drop to 160 and take the belt from him.
The next big fight.
Janibek, go ahead. You can answer first.
За большой бой, мега бокс, который может быть с Крофордом.
Yeah, дайнбыз біз әрине ондай жекпе-жектер біз үшін үлкен жақсы жекпе-жек болады менің ойымша.
Set to turn 43 in April, Lara may be approaching the final chapter of an outstanding 17-year career. Predicting his next move is difficult, and it may be too early to seriously expect a fight with Terence Crawford. Crawford, now a former undisputed super middleweight king, is choosing between a Canelo rematch or a drop to 160 to pursue a fourth undisputed title.
I fight this guy, it's an excuse, you know. So who you want me to fight? I beat this guy, it's an excuse. I beat this guy, you know, he's too young or whatever. So I'm never really gonna give my full respect until afterwards. Yes, you know, it's a lot of people that's changing their narrative, like, man, y'all watching something.
If Crawford moves to middleweight, Lara becomes a likely opponent. Fan reactions were mixed. One viewer said, Crawford versus Lara has to be next. Others question Lara's chances. One comment read, hard to see Lara beating Crawford or Janibek. Age has taken its toll. Another added, I want Crawford undisputed at 160, but I don't want him to cook Lara. If Crawford does move down and Lara still holds a belt, the matchup becomes almost unavoidable.
Yes, of course, it would be a very, very good fight, and I will be ready for it, because it's a big fight, and I think everybody would be looking into it.
Bueno, Erislandi, la pregunta del periodista era la siguiente. Se rumorea que
Appreciation for Lara also poured in. Erislandi Lara is a Hall of Famer, no debate, one fan wrote. But not everyone was convinced his performance earned him a major fight. Not quite a firecracker, but at least we got something at the end, another viewer said. Glad that's over. Tough watch. As the months go on, Crawford's name will continue to surface in every middleweight discussion.
Now, and we not appreciating it. And it's sad to say that we waking up at the tail end of his career. You know, we really didn't realize it until now, when he's like doing extraordinary stuff, like going up 2 weight classes to fight the best fighter in that division, the #1 guy that's the face of boxing, you know, and the way that I handled that, people like, oh.
Elsewhere, Virgil Ortiz appears ready for a major fight at last. After stopping Lubin, Ortiz declared at the post-fight press conference, I'm here to fight the best. Boots next, Spence next, Crawford next, anyone.
You want to fight Terence Crawford right now?
I would love to fight him, man. I think he's like probably the #1 pound for pound fighter right now.
Do you think he's out of his peak?
No.
Or is he in his peak now?
I think he's in his peak.
And you're saying you could beat a peak prime Terence Crawford?
I'm saying I believe.
Division. Both, it would do really good numbers on pay-per-view, because they should put it on pay-per-view. I think it would do really good numbers on pay-per-view, and the game.
That's a fight I've wanted for a long time, he continued. I think it still makes sense. Ortiz improved to 24-0 with 22 knockouts. Fans have long wanted to see Ortiz versus Ennis. The two even squared off in the ring after their respective knockout wins, Ennis demolishing Wifmo Lima at 154, while Ortiz dominated a tougher opponent. With Crawford looking elsewhere, the number of pathways in front of him is staggering.
I respect it 100%.
I believe that I can. No, I respect him as a fighter, though. That's the thing. When I want to fight people, it doesn't mean that, oh, I don't like you. Like, let's get it on. It's more like I respect your skills, and I want to see if I can beat you.
And you named your GOAT as Bud Crawford, and I think a lot of folks were surprised, because it's obviously a contemporary, somebody you called out in the past. Why did you rank him as your GOAT?
Well, I think this is gonna sound kind of, there was a little bit of a misunderstanding. I thought I could only choose one person for GOAT.
Ortiz wants a major opponent next, and the fans are pushing for Boots versus Ortiz. With both coming off destructive performances, the demand is only growing. As for Crawford, his options remain wide open. And that concludes the latest updates. For more breaking news, fight analysis, and major boxing developments, stay tuned and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss our latest coverage.